Hi there. How are you enjoying your time here at Peggy's? Yeah? You're having a good time? That's great. So everything's A-okay? Drinks are good? The food you got so far is nice? It's all gravy? Awesome. Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Don't worry, this is not a survey or anything. I just noticed, you've been coming here pretty often the past few weeks. I wanted to see what you think of the place. And no, I'm not upper management or anything either. I just enjoy working here is all. And considering how new this restaurant bar is, I just want everything to go off without a hitch, It'd be nice if we're already getting some regulars. We've only been open 2 months. Would you consider yourself to be a regular already? I mean, I know I've personally seen you here almost half a dozen times. But have you been here more than that? Oh wow, this is your 8th time here since we've opened? You must really enjoy our stuff. What would you say your favorite thing on the menu is in terms of food? Oh, yeah, that's really tasty. I've had that once. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, of course the pies are outstanding here. It's what Peggy's is known for. You didn't know? The original Peggy's was a pie shop downtown, like 40 years ago. Yeah, the owners expanded into the restaurant and bar industry after that. It's why we have a little bit of everything here. Have you had any cocktails or anything since you've been coming here? Oh, yes, the Mai Tai's great. So tasty. I also like the rum punch in the Hurricane. Just, it's so good. I can't drink on the job, mind you, but sometimes when I'm not on the clock, I stop by here for a late dinner or a drink with a couple of friends, and I try to get to know the menu a bit better, Yeah, I've noticed you've come here like different times. You've been here for breakfast, you've been here for lunch, you've been here for dinner. You've been here for our after hours drink specials. Hmm, that's interesting. No, seriously, it is. I mean, this is not the first place I've been a waitress at. I'm older than I probably look. So I always get curious about, like, what makes someone want to come back to a place so often. I mean, I too have my favorite hotspots, especially in this city. But almost 10 times in a couple of months? That's some loyalty right there. Yeah, I was thinking there's gotta be a catch. It has to be more than just the food and the drinks. Come on now. What else brings you here so often? The nice looking wait staff, really? You think we're all nice looking? I suppose the hiring person is a bit, what's a good word for it? Bit, looks based when hiring people. You should have seen all the details on the hiring sheet when this place first opened. Oh goodness, so many standards. Not all of them aesthetic, mind you. Yeah, I thought it was a bit odd that they want us to be a certain size range. I mean, yes, there are people on the larger side who work here, but I would call them more thick and curvy than big, if you catch what I mean. There's definitely a certain appearance the owners and management want to go for. It is the guys who work here are all really nice and trim and fit, whether they're broad or slender. We don't really have much of a pudgy boy working here. A couple of the guys who work the bar have like a dad bod, I'd say. But last I checked, dad bod's in. It's a trend, at least for slightly older gentlemen. Exactly. Different strokes for different folks. I'm personally down with anybody's appearance pretty much, as long as they're like a good, sweet person. True, everybody does have a certain aesthetic that they're more attracted to than others. I can't deny that. I've been guilty of it myself. But for me personally, it's really what's on the inside that counts. Because I've been around the block quite a few times in my life. Like, quite a few times. And I've just learned you can't just do things based on looks alone. I've been with so many people who were like nice to look at and fit all the standards of what's attractive. And a lot of them had really big egos. Because they knew they looked good. They look good on purpose. They know people stare at them and whatnot. And I should be so lucky as to be in their vicinity. Ooh. So many jerks. And it doesn't matter what gender either. Like, I've been with ladies, I've been with guys. And I noticed a lot of them that were more aesthetically pleasing. Or just big old egomaniacs. I'll just leave it that way. Yeah, I'd rather be with someone who's more, dare I say, on the average side. And is a nice person who's kind to me and nice to others and just wants to do good for the world than someone who's like a bodybuilder or a supermodel and they just act like complete garbage. Hey, has anyone ever told you you have like really cool eyes? It's one of the first things I noticed about you, actually. It kept catching my attention. There's something about the shape and the color with the different little flecks that catch the light. It's neat. Real neat. I mean, I'm nothing much to look at. Simple, styled dark hair, dark eyes. My skin's been paler than I like it lately because working so much, I haven't really been able to be out in the sun too often. Starting to wonder how I got hired to work here in the first place. Out of the ladies who work here, I'm on the much older side. I know, I'm only in my late 30s. I personally don't think it's that old, but going by everyone else who works here, I feel ancient. I guess what I have going for me is the fact that I keep healthy. I work out when I'm not here or take care of other business. I try to eat right. And I guess I've been kind of blessed in certain departments. I mean, my chest looks the way it does, and I'm not wearing a padded push-up bra or anything. No, seriously, they're not fake either. I can't afford surgery. Come on now, I'm a waitress. Let's be real. Yeah, seriously. All natural. Kind of hard to miss them. Even especially in this uniform. Goodness. The plunging neckline, these shirts. It's crazy. Right? I can say, see that girl over there chatting up that older gentleman? Yeah, with the pigtails? Yes, yes, and the ginormous rack. Hers are, uh, surgically enhanced. She was talking about in the break room last week. It was apparently her 18th birthday present from her grandfather. Her grandfather, of all people. I don't know. That would weird me out personally if my granddad was like, "Hey honey, happy birthday. Have a boob job." I wonder what she looked like before then. Yeah, she's pretty young. I don't think she's old enough to even drink alcohol yet. I think she's only 20. Oh, yes. She brings in a lot of tips looking the way she does. She's also sweet. I won't knock her at all. She's a sweet girl. Little on the ditzy side. But she gets her job done, does it well, knows how to talk to people. So she deserves what she gets. By the way, am I bothering you? You've just been kind of sitting there nibbling and sipping your drink, and I hope I'm not taking up too much of your time. I just wanted to ask you a few questions, is all. I can leave and take a break if I'm bugging you. Wow, I feel like a complete dolt. You don't know my name, do you? Yeah, yeah, they don't believe in name tags here, except for the bartenders. I guess the big bosses feel like it just doesn't fit with the uniforms or fit their standards. I don't know. But anyway, my name is Anne Marie. Anne Marie Rice. Pleasure to meet you. So I'm not bothering you? You're happy to talk to me? Do let me know if I'm blabbering a bit too much. Sometimes I get that way where I just get into a conversation and just go on and on and on and on and give out way too much details about things. Granted, I'm not as bad as my mother. Oh, goodness. My mom, I haven't talked to her in a while because she just drove me crazy. She's a bit of a narcissist, I'll just leave it at that. Always talking about herself. And any conversation she's in with somebody, she makes it about herself. Like she could be visiting someone in the hospital who's just been in a horrific car accident, needs a bit of sympathy, and she'll just start going on about a toe surgery she had 20 years ago. Like, oh, I've been in the hospital too. I had surgery on my big toe when I was in my late 30s. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever, Mom. Yeah, yeah, definitely not the kind of mom to hype up her kids, that's for sure. I've never heard her really brag about me or my siblings. Nothing I could overhear anything, at least. Maybe she did when we weren't around, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just real glad I'm not that bad, alright? I just blabber about anything, not just myself. You're right. Given how my mother is, it could be an attention thing. I never thought about it that way. You're not a psychiatrist or a therapist, are you? But that was pretty astute observation you just had there. Hmm, you're real smart. Real smart. Yeah, you are. You're also a really good listener. Like, real good. You haven't tried to shut me down or cut me off or just directly interrupt me. A lot of people do that, especially when I just go off at the mouth. Yeah, talking to you would be real great on a date. So anyone you go out with must be super lucky. Do you have a special someone in your life? Oh, that's a shame. Because I've noticed when I've seen you here, you've always been alone. And usually you sit in this booth, too. I just realized that. Hmm. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, regardless. Seriously, if you ever find someone, definitely bring them here on a date. And I'm not just saying that because we like business. It's a nice restaurant, don't you think? I mean, we're able to have a nice, casual conversation. No one's bugging us. We're actually surprised no one's bugging us. So it's just someone the manager just walked by over there and looked at me and thought she was going to come over and chew me out for dawdling over here talking to you. By the way, you have just a nice face overall. I've been trying to avoid directly staring, but it's a bit difficult. You got this just nice jawline, and your eyebrows just sit at the right spot. They're not too peaked or too slopey. Have you had like any kind of work done? Not that you look like it. No, 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 no. I'm not saying that. It's just someone who just looks as nice as you do. Is that all natural? Oh, come on, come on. Don't put yourself down. Don't do that. No, no. I think you look great. Seriously. You look like some of the people I've seen on Instagram. Not that I go hunting people down on Instagram. I usually just use it to see what my friends are doing. But I'm sure if you use the app, you've seen they will just push new people on you and say, like, oh, if you follow this person, you're like this person. I'm like, no, Instagram. No. I really just want to see what my friends are doing. Yeah, I don't really post a lot of pictures of myself personally. Once in a while, if I try a new makeup look or something and I want to show a couple of my pals, but other than that, I just post pictures of like places I go and cool things I find. I like to go thrift and antique shopping. That's like one of my big hobbies. Is finding really cool, unique items at like a secondhand store or an antique shop. I collect little like knickknacks and tchotchkes and things. I really shouldn't. They take up a lot of space in my little condo, but I can't help it. I just find so many neat things. So yeah, if I have a good find, I'll take a picture of it and post it and see what people think. Oh, you collect that stuff? I had a friend who was into that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't really care if it's like nerdy or whatever. Everybody has things they like. I don't judge. I mean, I think I'm weird. I collect things like ceramic elephants and brass angels and weird little cups and plates and just little whatevers. Actually, mind if I show you a picture real quick on my phone? At this new antique shop that opened on the other side of the city. Wendy's Wishes. Have you been there or heard of it? Oh, it's so cool. They have all kinds of like old furniture and so many pretty things. And some of the stuff dates back to like the late 1800s, early 1900s. That stuff's really expensive, but it's so cool to look at. I found this little elephant statue, modeled after a famous circus elephant, apparently. At least that's what the shop owner told me. I'm not a history buff at all, so don't quiz me on anything, okay? But it's just really cool looking, like the art style the sculptor used and the paint job. It's still in really good condition. And the shop person claimed it was from like 1940. What do you think? You think it's cool, really? Most people think I'm weird and this stuff's kind of boring. Thank you, thank you. What's your favorite animal? Oh, that's neat. Mine is admittedly elephants. That's why I collect so many of them. I have like a whole bookcase that's just elephant things, like plates of elephants, statues, figures, little mini paintings. I just love elephants. And I do still have quite a few stuffed animal elephants too in my bedroom. Shh, don't tell anybody. But yeah, in my search, if I ever see that particular critter, I'll get something for you, okay? No, don't worry about it. I would love to. Oh, you're a sweetheart. I hope this isn't too forward of me, but would you maybe want to hang out when I'm not working? You would? Honestly? You're not just saying that to be nice, are you? Because I'm not really very good at this, but just looking at you, you look considerably younger than I am. Like, you don't look like a kid at all, but I'm going to be 40 in 2 years, so I gotta be a little careful with who I try to spend my time with, you know? I don't want to be seen as a creep or a weirdo. Really? You would like to hang out with me? Because I think it'd be real cool to maybe grab a couple of drinks, go somewhere dimly lit, get to know each other a bit better, and then maybe I can take you back to my place sometime. Show you some of my collections, and perhaps show you a bit more if you are catching what I mean. You want to know a secret? Don't tell anybody. Then hang on, I have to wait for this person to go by. Okay. Under my uniform, every day, I like to wear my best lingerie. Like the real silky, lacy stuff. Well, I think it's good luck personally, even though no one can see it. And you just never know what kind of situation you're going to get into. I don't want to wear something frumpy and then find someone cool to hang out with, and one thing leads to another, and the uniform comes off, and they see just granny panties. Ugh, no, I may be older, but I'm not old enough for that yet. No. Goodness. And you don't have to worry, I don't have kids or anything. I've never been married either. I've just had some serious relationships here and there. They lasted a while, but never got married, never had kids. If it happens in the future, it happens in the future, but I'm not out looking for it, if that makes any sense. I just want to meet cool people and have a good time. That's all. Really now? You want to see what I'm wearing under this sometime? Well, here, it's what? Tuesday? I'm actually off this Friday for once. You want to meet up, across the street and hang out at that dive bar a few blocks away? Because it's really tiny, but the drinks are awesome and they're cheaper than this place. Really? You go with me? Here, can I see your phone a sec? I'll give you my number and information, okay? I don't want to say it out loud in case people are eavesdropping. That'd be creepy. Thanks. Okay, here you go. And here's my name. And I'll give you my Instagram handle in case you ever want to see what I post. Yes, that is 3 E's, 2 zeros, a 1, and a 5 in there. I kind of picked my username at random. There you go. Nope. My butt just vibrated. Oh, was that you? Oh, yeah, that was you. Yeah, hi. Hi back. Oh, shit. Look at the clock. I've been here for like, what, half an hour? I'm real surprised no one's called me over yet. We don't seem that slow. Anyway, I better go get to the back and see what's going on, if anything. But I'll come back out here in a few minutes as you're finishing up to say bye, and if you want, I can take over and handle your check for you if you'd like. I'm not sure where your initial waitress went. I think she decided to go on break when she saw us talking. Sounds good, sounds good. I'll message you when I get off later, and we can coordinate our meeting on Friday, okay? Again, I'm Anne-Marie, just so you remember. Right, enjoy the rest of your meal and your drink there, and I'll catch you in a bit, okay? Alright then. See you real soon, honey.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. This audio is brought to you by my patrons on Patreon, my subscribers on Fansly, and donations from kind viewers and listeners just like you. I'm not monetized on YouTube in the partner program, so if you would like bonus content including 18 plus audios, please consider joining the Patreon. If you like IRL NSFW content, take a look at my Fansly. Or if you just want to feel kind one day, send a tip to my Ko-fi. It all adds up and it all means the world to me to support this channel, so I can continue